You're listening to Music We Love on Faith Camp Radio. Good afternoon, Faith Camp. It is our final show of Music We Love on Faith Camp Radio.
Friday always comes around so quickly, doesn't it?
Doesn't it just? I mean, I always find for Faith Camp, for me, you pitch up whenever it happens to be that you pitch up. Like for me, it's the Wednesday of Brew Week.
Yep.
And you do all this work, and it seems like Monday will never arrive. And then when Monday arrives, no sooner is it Tuesday, and then for me, I kind of think, well, Tuesday's the day I need to start thinking a bit more conservatively about what I do with what's placed where in my place of dwelling, dare I say the word caravan, because I've got to pack up soon to go home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's not real camping.
Get thyself under the stars, sunshine. That's real camping.
I was at a random camping anecdote. I was at a camp last year where some wild horses broke into the campsite, and I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning to hear the chomping and pawing of a horse right outside my tent. And I was sort of pondering, like, if he just puts his foot through my tent and onto my skull, how much damage will that do? Yeah, that's
and
camping.
For that reason alone,
Yep.
For that reason alone, I demand a caravan every year. Just in case the wild horses break in.
Yep.
Speaking of wild horses, surely there could be a better link to Switchfoot and Healer of Souls, because Matt might have needed some healing from that horse's soul or hoof. Anyway, Healer of Souls.
Are you tired, yearning just to be free? Are you fighting for a reason just to believe? Hey, we a nation torn by the clashes. You can send those huddled masses to me. And we all just running, aiming
reviews, music videos and playlists at musicwelove.co.uk. Closer by the wonderful Gawvi. If you've not encountered the work of Gawvi before, he's a hip-hop producer signed to Reach Records, but he's just started doing his own stuff, brought out his own album in March, and that is Closer, one of the first singles released off that album. And as you can tell, it's far more EDM than it is hip-hop, and it's flipping fantastic as well, which makes it our album of the day, Matt. Our album of the day,
it
which
does.
You can get tonight.
You know what?
If
If you are at all into your synths, and everyone should be a little bit into their synths, but if you are, get hold of this album, because honestly, some of the sounds on it are just absolutely fantastic.
He's a great producer.
Big thumbs up from me on that one.
Also, in the subject of thumbs up, today is your last chance to buy things from the Move Marketplace, where we're raising money for our good cause. And I'd like to just check in with our good cause momentarily. Matt, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much. And as sort of awkward as it is for an English bloke to be on air as the good cause, I want to say a massive thanks to everyone who has been down to the Move Marketplace and bought something to support the work that Ronan and I are doing in Bosnia and Herzegovina.
At this stage, it would be worth mentioning something that some people won't have yet picked up during the week, which is the fact that Matt isn't at Faith Camp at all. Matt, where are you?
I'm sitting in my little home studio in Jajce, which is in central Bosnia.
There you go. So all of our shows for Music We Love on Faith Camp Radio have been pre-recorded with me, Dave, sat in my lounge in Horsham, and with Matt sat in his project studio in Jajce in Bosnia and Herzegovina. So this has been sort of an epic technical challenge to make this work via the goodwill of Skype and, some Dropbox file transfers. But Matt, thank you so much for being able to join me for these shows, and we hope on behalf of The Move that we've been able to raise a good amount of money to help you guys get your teeth really stuck into the next musical adventure that you have for your young people in Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Yeah, thank you very much, and we will of course keep you posted, and you can follow stuff on our vlog if you want to see what some of that looks like.
Do it.
Just remember, youtube.com/WeDoAdventure. Also on Instagram and occasionally on Twitter.
Right now we have music from Mariah Peters, Stand Strong.
With a soul as bold as lions, and a strength to face the giants, come and join us, sound the sirens, for the King who saved the world. Hear the voices in the night, we sing till sunrise. Stand strong, keep holding on. We sing, blessed are the persecuted, blessed are the weak and wounded. This is your song. Stand strong. Stand
Stand Strong from the excellent Mariah Peters. For those of you that don't know, and who knows why you would know, Mariah Peters is actually married to Joel from For King and Country. There you go. Small fact for someone who would like that fact.
Yep, and there are people out there who will appreciate that, so thanks, Dave.
I don't know whether you're reassuring me that there are in fact listeners out there, or there are people that are actually interested in that fact. I say that only really as a mild segue into my humble brag to say I spotted her in the crowd at Big Church Day Out last year as she was admiring her husband's work on stage while For King and Country were playing the main stage, and there were a lot of people wondering why I was asking for a selfie with a completely random person in the crowd until they realised who she was. So there you go, done now.
It's all good.
Musical Inspiration is ahead of us though, Matt.
It is.
A band that have played a big influence on both of us, and for my part really, I started off on the wrong side of the Romeo and Juliet divide with this one.
Well, yeah, like we could have, with our last classic track of the week, we could have gone many places, but we've chosen to go back to a place, I think it was one of the first kind of cassettes of contemporary music that I got handed as a teenager in a church youth group, and I was really into it, played it loud on my stereo in my bedroom. Little brother Dave...
and I really wasn't into it,
and my mother didn't approve so much, but there was me enjoying the sort of glam metal, heavy metal tones of Stryper and the To Hell With The Devil album.
Yeah, I just didn't get it. I mean, in my defence, let's be clear, the song we're about to play came out in 1986. I was 5, Matt. Give me some, you know... I know you were already 30 at the time, but I was 5. And he wasn't 30. But I don't know how old he was, but he wasn't 30.
No, I was probably 13, 14 when I first heard the song, which was a couple of years after it came out.
But I have to say, as I grew up, I have grown to love Stryper, and they have a very special place in my heart now.
For me, they're a sort of guilty pleasure now that I'll slip on occasionally. But yeah, you can't, you've got to respect your influences, and they were definitely a massive influence back in the day.
Oh, for sure.
And so, for that reason, and for all you old rockers out there, we're going to play Stryper and Calling On You.
Inside of me there is a You've been
listening to Music We Love on Faith Camp Radio.
Just fight a little longer, my friend. It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. Just hold on and I'll find you.
I'm hanging on by a thread, and all I'm clinging to is prayers. And every breath is like a battle. I feel like I ain't come prepared. And death's knocking on the front door. Pain's creeping through the back. Fears crawling through the windows, waiting for them to attack. They say don't get bitter, get better. I'm working on switching them letters. But tell God I'ma need a whole lot of hope keeping it together. I'm smiling in everyone's face. I'm crying whenever they leave the room. They don't know the battle I face. They don't understand what I'm going through. The world trying to play with my soul. I'm just trying to find where to go. I'm trying to remember the way. I'm trying to get back to my home. But I can't do this on my own. That's why I'm just trusting in you. Cause I don't know where else to go. And I don't know what else to do.
Just fight a little longer, my friend. It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. Just fight a little longer, my friend. It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. Just hold on and I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. Just hold on and I'll find you.
They say fear haunts you and pain hates. I say pain strengthens and fear drives faith. And I don't know all of the outcomes, don't know what happens tomorrow. But when that ocean of doubt comes, don't let me drown in my sorrow. And don't let me stay at the bottom. I feel like this hole is too deep to climb. I've been looking for a way out, but I'll settle for a peace of mind. Picking up the pieces of my life and hoping that I put together something right. Tell me all I got is all I need. Tell me you gon' help me stay and fight. The world tryna play with my soul. I'm just tryna find where to go. I'm tryna remember the way. I'm tryna get back to my home. But I can't do this on my own. That's why I'm just trusting in you. Cause I don't know where else to go. And I don't know what else to do.
No, don't let the fear make you feel like you can't fight this on your own. You know I'll be there for you no matter where you go. You'll never be alone. No, just fight a little longer, my friend. It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. Just fight a little longer, my friend. It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. Just hold on and I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. Just hold on and I'll find you.
That was Lecrae's I'll Find You featuring Tori Kelly. So we just happened to go there from Stryper, one of the earliest musical influences from the Christian world, through to Lecrae, who's like one of like the figureheads at the moment, who's pioneering brand new Christian music in the charts, both like contemporary and Christian. So that's cool.
No, it is important to find music that really inspires you and can really influence your own journey. And that's one of the things we really hope to do with Music We Love.
Absolutely. So let's just explain for a moment how we came about this whole idea of Music We Love. So I put together the playlists for The Move for many years now. I used to DJ at The Move before I ran The Move, back in the days when Matt was involved in being in The Move band and stuff. And people always used to come and ask you, what's the music you're playing? What's the music you're playing? And I kind of got fed up of writing out these track lists of these Christian artists I was playing, and I thought there must be a better way of doing this. So eventually I just started this blog just writing about the music actually that I loved at the beginning, But I knew that there was no mileage in a blog called Music I Love, because that's just a bit self-indulgent. So I invited Matt to jump on board with the project and say, like, Matt, we famously have different musical opinions. Like, I'm very much into rap and hip-hop and EDM, and you're very much into rock and roll and guitars and big synths and other stuff.
EDM.
And EDM,
But
yeah.
no,
okay.
yes, it's true. There are some points where we agree, and there are definitely some points where we diverge in our musical taste.
But that's okay. And like trying to help people find... One of the things that's frustrated me over the years is that people use that sort of lazy excuse, I would listen to Christian music if there was any good stuff out there. There is loads out there, it's hard for people to find. So we started the blog to try and help point people towards the music we love. We think that there's loads of great Christian music out there, but this is the best stuff. We really think you'll like this. That's kind of the heart behind it.
I think for us, that's one of the things that's really different from maybe a lot of the other review sites that you might come across, and good as they are, and we use them to find new music, but often review sites are just paid to like tell you what's coming out, and we're not. And we're not going to tell you about everything that comes out. If something comes out and we think, nah, that doesn't really do it, that's not music we love. And
Yeah.
that's just how it goes.
It's stuff that's influenced us in some way, and it's stuff that we think is worth sharing. It's to try and serve you guys, the listeners, to try and find great new Christian music.
And so although sadly today is our last Faith Camp radio show, the show goes on online.
Absolutely.
And you can check out the blog, musicwelove.co.uk, or you can get onto Spotify, search for musicwelove.co.uk and look at all our playlists, which are constantly updated throughout the year. As we discover new music, as new music that we love comes out, you'll find it there.
On that subject specifically, we're going to close today's show with a track that we completely agree on. I think, Matt, that's fair to say.
It is true.
We both absolutely love Gawvi, and there's one particular track off of his new album, We Belong, or it's his first album, We Belong, that came out in March, and it's a track called Steady, and it's a track that I've been listening to and using myself in prep for the move for this week here at Faith Camp. Guys, thank you so much for listening to Music We Love on Faith Camp Radio. Like Matt said, stay in touch with us online throughout the year, but please enjoy Steady by Gawvi playing us out today. All the very best from me, Dave. Goodbye.
And from me, Matt, thanks for listening.
reviews, music videos and playlists at musicwelove.co.uk.